Greetings, bleepers, adventurers, and anybody else that might be having a right old squiz. Alright then, so today we are going to do some adventuring. It's Bill and it's Clive, and we have little Freya down there. She's going to come as well. Right, so what we're going to do is this video is going to be split into two. We're going to look at the... Do you remember a few videos ago I saw that cave in the cliff? Well, we explored one of those, exactly the same. So we're going to have that video after this video. It'll all make sense. But right now we're going to go find the Bosch Buster.
Indeed we are.
It's not the Bosch Buster itself, it's where it lived. So yeah, we're going to go on a little adventure, and then Bill is going to tell us all about that, as is Clive, and it's going to be awesome. Shall we go?
Let's go, guys.
Let's go.
Check this out. To the glory of God and in gratitude for the honoured memory and noble example of those who have given their lives for their God, their King and country in the Great War 1914 to 1919. That's of course World War One. Rest in peace. My ring that I found half a mile down the road, the commemorative ring of the Canadian troops when they took Baghdad. Look, there's the date on it. There it is there, and it says Baghdad on it, and it says... it says Baghdad there, and then there's the little image born into the ring itself, and that is related to that right there, and I'm only half a mile away from it as well. That is so cool. That is awesome. That is just brilliant. It's giving me goosebumps. I'd love to leave that here, but obviously in this day and age that would be very unwise. Wow, look at this old church that we've just happened upon on our adventures. But what I've just noticed in the crypts beneath. Okay, give me some light on that. No, I need a really thin stick of truth, I think. Ow! Okay. I bet there's... You know what's in there, don't you?
Them bones, dry bones.
No, treasure.
Treasure,
Oh,
definitely.
Definitely
It's a treasure.
It's
Well,
treasure. It's obviously. Look, you can tell it's treasure.
Look, being a church, I thought it would be skeletons actually.
Well, Clive knows a little bit about this, and the church itself is about 1,000 years old. Tell me about what's going on over here.
A couple of years ago, this vault, the family wanted it refurbished, so the stone had to be lifted, and when it was lifted, the coffin was floating in water, so the water had to be pumped out, all resealed, now watertight, and now put back to rest.
Yeah, because you want to be waterproof in your death, don't you?
You don't have wet shoes.
But we've just been sitting here pondering forth about these strange coffins. Well, not coffins, sorry, graves, if you will. And it's just the shape of them is very personable.
And it's unusual that the fact that if you have a look, whereas normal gravestones from head to toe will have the inscription on the front,
Yeah.
these have got the inscriptions behind. And the other thing that's been pointed out is a very
Worn
fact.
away.
It's about 1800s, but the other thing that's pointed out is the fact that it's, if you have a look back to the front again, it's a very heavy concrete base,
Yeah.
and that was basically to stop grave robbers.
Okay, 1852 it is.
You're in the era of Burke and Hare, and people would get money to get the bodies. You're talking equivalent of about £1,000 plus.
Is it because they were buried with their goods?
No, it's because they wanted them for anatomical research.
Medical
Yeah,
research.
that's right.
So they were just oh god, blooming
So
hell.
they were paid, and some coffins actually got buried in metal cages
Wow.
to stop people digging them up. I know that because you can see examples. I think there's an example in the British Museum.
Yeah.
Where buried in cages, and then the cages are only taken off once the coffin and the carcass had sufficiently rotted, so it wasn't any use to the medical profession.
Wow.
Believe it or not, a lot of Burke and Hare's bodies went to a London hospital.
Yeah.
London hospital actually paid Burke and Hare
A person
for
called
the bodies.
Mr. Knox.
Wow. You don't want him knocking on your door, do you?
No.
No.
So here's the train station itself. You can see that would be the track there, but the actual station, which is there, is now somebody's house. They turned it into a house. That is cool, isn't it? And Clive has got a picture. That picture right there is of Winston Churchill Do we know? So that train would have been literally
That is the Bosch Buster
outside
gun. Yeah,
That's the gun.
that is the gun.
which I'll
Yeah.
tell you all about in a while.
Yeah, and that would have been sitting outside there. That is so cool. All right, we now find ourselves on the track itself. This would be where the train track was, and we're all just kind of wandering through here. And apparently, we're going to come up to a tunnel at the end. So Bill, we're at the tunnel.
Welcome to the home of the Bosch Buster. So very quickly, there were 3 guns that were made in the First World War, 1920. They weren't used in the First World War, put in storage to the 1940s. 3 of these guns came down to Kent. 2 were at Edam Station. The biggest one of the lot was here, and it was called the Bosch Buster.
The Bosch Buster.
The Bosch Buster. The barrel alone weighed 85 tonnes. The whole setup was 250 tonnes. The shells that it fired, 6 foot high, 1.5 tonnes in weight.
1.5 ton for one
And
shell.
when they fired them, it would go 12 miles.
12 miles.
So what they did was basically they had it hidden in the tunnel. The idea was, in the event of invasion, then the train would come out of the tunnel. It had to go on specially strengthened bits of track because it was so heavy. And they practiced firing it mid-channel, and they were going to use it in case the Germans landed on the beaches, so they set up targets at nearby Pegwell Bay and Sandwich Bay. When they did test fire it, they told the local residents, might be a bit of a bang. So they said, could open the windows if you want to, and basically it shattered most of the nearby windows.
Yeah, okay.
The recoil from this gun was such that when they fired it, the whole train went back 20 feet.
Oh, wow. Right, let's get in there and have a look.
2 tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll have 1 track holding the gun. You'll have 1 track with the carriage. So a mobile mess on the move, if you will.
Wow.
Okay? So
This is amazing.
if you think this is the perfect place to hide a gun,
Yeah.
to refuel, do all the maintenance, bearing in mind cleaning the barrel was a massive pain because
Yeah,
of
I'll
the size of the damn thing. 18-inch calibre. So it was massive.
This is awesome. I love this. So it would have just gone like peekaboo out there, and they would have had a really bad time if they tried to invade. I mean, invade on land, if you will. They of course managed to do it in the sky. Caused all sorts of blooming problems, those blighters.
Yeah, what's quite interesting about this tunnel, and especially today, the Bosch Buster gun was delivered here from Catterick the 13th of February 1941, and we're here today in 2021, 80 years to the year. The tunnel exists, sadly, the gun got cut up in about 1958.
That would have been a job, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they cut it up in about 1958.
But I like what you were just saying. Like, but once that diesel engine just, oh, they did invade. Look, good Lord, man,
Oh, someone turned up here.
they managed it. Ah, all of that effort.
I mean, this line was used for moving a lot of troops around as well.
Yeah.
You know, First World War, Second World War, and then obviously used for the...
So that's Canterbury to Folkestone, folks. I don't know if you know, if they know anything about our kind of local geography. And that track just continues. Onto Canterbury.
That
Yeah.
will go to Canterbury, yeah.
Wow. Bill, do you know what these little hook things are?
Yeah, I'll take you to guess. What it is, if you have a look, there's one there, they run along the length of the tunnel. So they were probably with suspended pulleys for the signal wires, because remember, in those days, these signals are still operated by levers, they would pull levers. So the wires are usually fairly low, but they go along the whole length of the tunnel, as you can see.
Okay, I gotcha.
And then also further along, you've got, see that they climb up, they start moving up over what's called a man recess. So
Right.
basically, if there was a train coming through at speed,
Yeah.
the guy could stand here
And avoid it.
and he wouldn't get affected by the slipstream of the train.
Is that anything to do with this track?
This is called a fish plate. So basically, you'd have your 2 rails. It's a joiner between the 2 rails. So imagine the rails come up halfway here, so a bolt through one rail, a bolt through another. So it joined the track together.
Oh, okay.
There was also an expansion joint you had a small gap to allow for any expansion in hot weather. And that's some of the fixing pins as well.
Oh wow, cool. So little bits of history there then.
Oh yes.
Right, these are precarious looking spikes here, Bill. And
yes, the old crown jewels could be a bit...
yeah, Clive has...
the crown jewel protector.
The protector of manhood. Right there. Good, that's good thinking, Clive. Thank you, I might be able to have more children now. So, this farm, that says 1912 there. So I'm wondering if this, I wonder if they was maybe stationed here because they commandeered farms and things.
Oh, that's 1912.
I would have thought they'd stay in the train.
Yeah, it's like Clive was saying, it was a mess as well, wasn't it?
The thing is, basically this was a billet, wasn't it? It was an underground billet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it made sense.
All you do is when you want the stores, you just chuff along to the station,
Yeah.
meet up with your dignitaries and shoot back again.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's boat.
That's our baby today. And those guys are already halfway up. So, I better catch up with them. Not a bad day for winter. It's quite warm, isn't it, guys? I think that's a yes. So we've got to climb up this precarious guy here. Whoa! Well. Hey. Oh man, that is cool. I've got to get up here, up this rope, and up and into this tunnel. Well, all I can say is the going down's going to be fun. So we got that. I've got to explore that over there in this precarious cave. Going to probably bring my voice down slightly. What is this then?
So you can see this is making use of an adit. This is a drain that they've obviously installed after, because it's plastic. They've installed it to drain the water out. And this is a bit precarious because where you see where Clive is, you've got sleepers propping it up, so you have to be careful.
No banging then. I can hear rumbling. Is that just a sea?
Could be my stomach.
Oh, okay. Alright.
But you can see the drain work, you can see the old drain down here.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go through there. So this is obviously a very dangerous one because it's completely reinforced. I don't know what they are. Kind of look like explosive charges to me. I don't know. But they are. You can tell that whoever did this, it was important enough to reinforce it, because obviously the cliffs all come in, the cliff crumbles down all the time. So we're going to go in deeper now. It's one of those ones where you got to try and be kind of quiet. Oh, but it's a great explore. Let's go in here.
So this one's a bit longer, but you can see you've got model day reinforcement. Some sort of... So this here, that's a water sensor. So you can see where the holes are. If the water comes too high, that's going to set off the indicator.
Oh, okay.
So that's what those blocks are for there, to channel the water to head out through the drain. Oh, that's working here. Oh, what's behind here, Clive?
I see you. It's just a dugout bit there, Clive. I've just come back and there's bits just falling on you. I'm going to get over all this, and I know that leads to just the cliff, but I want to just go check it out anyway. Oh, what's this? Treasure? It's very spongy underfoot. I've just found somebody's binoculars. Awesome. And their binoculars. Why have they left their binoculars? And I guarantee you that they've drawn around them. and I'll put them to my face. And I'll have black eyes. Why are they there? That is weird. Here we go. Just found treasure, guys! Awesome. Yeah. That's pretty dodgy. It's pretty dodgy. But there's those pickaxe marks again. Look. You can see where they've pickaxed themselves in here. God, this is dodgy. Oh, that is dodgy. No, that is really dodgy. I'm getting out of here. Just to see what the whole cliff is held up by there. Oh God, no! Wow. So there you go, that's 2 videos, 2 separate days rolled into one. So this, the Bosch Buster was awesome. Thank you for taking me, guys, I really, really appreciate it. But also the other video that we did with Up in the Cliffs, that was cool, where I found the binoculars. I'm going to inspect those binoculars in some depth to see if they are posh ones, as Clive thinks that they are. Thanks so much. Thank you for watching, my friends, and we shall see you in the next video. Oh, good luck.